So this is why open houses just aren't important in our area. When I'm talking with the homeowner to prepare their house for an open house, some tips that I like to give to stage your home: let's make it inviting. So if we can take down maybe some of our personal belongings, if we have some family photos around, let's mow our lawn, because the first thing people are going to see is that curb appeal. When they drive past your property or when they see photos online, they're going to be drawn to that very first exterior photo. So if there's anything we can do on that front piece, let's make that home beautiful from the start. Inside, the first thing people notice about your home is not the chandelier. It is actually the smell, the scent. So if there's anything that we can do to, again, make that home inviting, maybe the week before, if we can make one of those simmer pots, or if you have some good candles that we can burn, that simple cleaning is going to do a lot for preparing that property. The goal of an open house is to attract a really large pool of potential buyers. We want to get people in the door. So from the start, one of the techniques that I use is social media. We're going to make an event on there. I'm going to send it out to everyone I know. I'm going to ask my peers to send it out to everyone they know. We're going to have a really strong social media presence. However, that's not the only way to get people in the door. We're also going to use some of those old school techniques. I'm going to send out some mailers to your neighbors, and if your community allows it, we're going to knock on some doors. Now, of course, that goal is not to get your neighbors to move into your house. The goal is for them to share that information with people they know. The more exposure we can get, the better. When a potential buyer walks through the door, my goal is to create a welcoming, engaging, fun environment. So as soon as you come in, you're going to see me. I'm going to be smiling. I'm here. I'm excited. Before you get there, I've made that room bright and engaging. So when you come in, the blinds are going to be open, all the lights are going to be turned on. It's going to be a safe and cozy environment for you to come in. I also want to have some treats, something for you to enjoy when you come in. I'll have some cold waters for you as you're touring the property. And I'm also going to have a bunch of information, so that way you don't feel uneducated, unprepared, or what am I supposed to do when I walk in the door. So I'm going to have a bunch of information to support you from the moment you walk into that door. Yeah, when people come into an open house, some of the common questions or concerns that are asked, of course, what's included? Sometimes when people are coming into an open house, it's fully furnished. So people aren't sure, does the washer dryer come? Do the appliances stay? That's a very common question that's asked. People also love to know more about that community itself. Is there an HOA? How much does that HOA cost? People also want to know, if there's no fence, can I put up a fence? That also may tie into that HOA regulation. So something for me to make sure that I'm prepared with. Furthermore, people want to know, where's the septic? What kind of septic system does it have, or what type of services are available there? Because lots of people are looking at a home to potentially upgrade. They may want a pool in the future. When people are coming into an open house, most of the time their goal is to try to envision, what does it look like if we moved in here? When I host an open house, I do want to follow up with those potential buyers to see if they're still interested, or find out more information about where they're at in that buying process. So when you come to one of my open houses, one of the first things I'm going to have everyone do is to sign in. It's simply for the safety of all of us, everyone involved, as well as the seller. We're in their home, so we're going to have everyone sign in. After that, the very next day, I want to follow up. I want to get some feedback. How did you feel about the property? How did you feel about the neighborhood? I want to learn about their experience at that open house. And from there, of course, again, I'm going to find out, is this a property you're interested in? Is it one that fits your needs? Or are there other properties that maybe we should explore? Is this community right for you? Buyer situation and their interest. But I also learned so much about the property and how people are honestly perceiving it. So I think it's important for everyone to think about, what is an open house? Before I was an agent, I didn't even really know what open houses were or how they worked. But something I want our community to be aware of is, you can go to an open house even if you're not actively shopping for a property yet, even if you don't have an agent. Open houses are exactly as they sound. They are open. You can go to them to simply learn about the home buying process, simply to be nosy and see, what does that really cool house up the street look like? Come on in and check them out. There are times too that I've partnered with a local lender to just bring in that other perspective, that other support. Of course, my idea is to help you out with whatever you need on that home buying side, actually searching for a property. A lender is going to be able to answer those financial questions. That's going to be their expertise. So we do bring them into some of those open houses as well, just to make sure that anyone who comes in the door has a full circle of support. If you are considering selling your property, you are speaking with an agent, I absolutely encourage you to ask them, do you host open houses? That's one of, in my opinion, one of the best ways to market your property and to get potential buyers into your home. So find out more about their marketing process and make sure that you utilize your knowledge of the power of an open house.